Welcome to tonight's episode of the Group Therapy Podcast. As always, it is Paul.
Let's say, theoretically, that I'm Brandon.
Is Brandon. Theoretically. And as always now, we're going to tell people to like us on Facebook, Apple Podcast, YouTube, Podbean. We're out there in every form that you can think of, pretty much, because that's what we're trying to do. We want people to know.
We want people to listen to us spew absolute nonsense for like an hour every night.
Well, it's not really nonsense, is it? Because we keep posting good stuff. I mean, people seem to...
Normal people will be listening to this, like, hearing all this stuff about, like, cartoons that only you watched.
No, that's bullshit, because people are getting back to me that they watch those cartoons too. We were making fun of it the other day with the because I was watching at the shop. I put in Chuck Norris and his Karate Commandos, and they're like, "How many episodes was that, Paul?" I was like, 5 episodes. Everybody remembers Chuck Norris and his Karate Commandos, but nobody remembers Jason the Wheeled Warriors that had 65 episodes. Or shows like freaking Ulysses 31 that had a shit ton of episodes. But that's just what you get when you get Chuck Norris. You're gonna get a lot more episodes out of Chuck Norris than you are. You're gonna get a lot more
views
out of that. But so wanted to say I went to the movies yesterday night. For those who are aware, we're recording this on Friday, September 4th. We are still at the old house, even though we got about we got about a fifth of everything moved over to the new house. So
I got my computer, and that's what matters to me.
Yeah, I can get my room set up. I need to buy more shelves. Hopefully, maybe next week. Maybe, fingers crossed. I doubt it. We might be doing the podcast from there.
Right.
So, but as I was saying, as of recording this, last night went and seen Tenet. I was thoroughly impressed. I believe it is the because you didn't go, but me and your mom went. Because people are I know Joe's still freaking out. He doesn't want to go to the movies yet. Neither does Mark's wife. But you know what? I'm there literally. I think there was 6 people in the theater altogether, including me and your mom. So we had the entire front of the theater just me and her. They literally had somewhere in a ballpark of like a showing every 20 minutes, maybe. So I was happy with it. It is definitely a spiritual sequel to Inception. It does get a little bit of craziness after a while. I don't want to give much away.
Joe was here on the podcast. He'd have something to say about Inception. But he's not here.
He's not here. Okay. So Joe can't say nothing about Inception. No. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good, and it was kind of cool. And you got to see some trailers going on at the beginning. Dune teaser trailer dropped. The new trailer for No Time to Die, the new James Bond movie dropped. That's looking killer.
Bond?
Huh?
Who's Bond again? Is it still?
It's still, yeah. Daniel Craig.
Elba should be Bond.
Yeah, there's a couple horror movies dropping. But it's kind of... It is definitely far from normal going to the theater right now. Because there's just... realistically, there were people there, but given the fact that they had the movie staggered so much, there was almost nobody in our theater. There's people in the theater, but, I think they only had 3 movies last night. Maybe, because they had New Mutants, they had the rental where you rent out a theater, and they had Tenet. I wish they would have had. Last week, I wish they would have had freaking Bill and Ted Face the Music, but I just went ahead and got that on Apple, and now I own that, and I already started rewatching it again. I'll probably finish watching that maybe tonight when you all go to bed, while I continue packing, I guess.
Well, I'm packing stuff too.
Well, you're gonna go to bed when this is over, even though I just get stuff.
I gotta take care of my client in the morning.
Yeah. But I'm going to drop off the van to you guys and let you guys move some shit once I go to work. Go to my comic shop. By the way...
I don't need the van. I can just put stuff in my car.
Yeah, I know. By the way, this episode brought to you by... What, Brandon?
Are you
Game? The best comic, video game, magic, toy store / DVD store in all of Piqua, Ohio.
You go in, wear your masks.
Go in, yeah. At 124 North Sunset Drive, Piqua, Ohio. Look for us on Facebook and on Google. You can email me through there, and you can also find the Group Therapy Facebook page, and you can message us through there. If you're all looking for anything, let us know. We will see if we can help you out. I also want to give a thing. I'm going to start giving little comic reviews. Literally, I read about 25 to 30 comic books a week that I get, not including back issues. Mm-hmm. I just realized the other day I bought so many back issues through the shop. In a relatively short period of time, I've bought like 40 long boxes. So anything in there, but I've only pulled about a short box for myself. But
them's are gonna go on Dollar Comics.
No, we're rearranging how we're doing stuff at the shop. But yeah, there's a lot of it's gonna be dollar stock. But right now, man, I'm really pumped for the new Black Widow comic.
You got it in your hand?
Yeah, I got it right here in my hand. It is something I've been waiting for. It's funny because you look inside of it, and it's got the ads from when it was originally supposed to drop, which kind of sucks. But it's like showing ads for the new X Factor #1 dropping April 2020. The artwork is really pretty good. With artwork,
Natasha in a cool jacket. The
Well, Kelly Thompson is writing it, and Elena Casagrande.
Looks like it, yeah. Elena Casagrande.
So Elena, really nice house, grand casa. I don't know. I don't want to be a dick about that, but it is very much a spy thriller. Spy loses their memory. Somebody's fucking with them. That whole ordeal. Just got a message from Jesse telling me I owe him more money. So I tried to give him actual cash the other day, and he was like, "No, I'm good. I'll take credit." Shout out to Jesse Noble of Gem City Comic Con fame. Jesse doing the Gem City Comics on Facebook right now. I don't even know what I won. That's bad. But no, this new Black Widow is I'm liking it. I've always liked the character Black Widow. Anytime they drop a new comic book series on me, I jump on it because that's just me. I got to love me some Black Widow. So, and ever since back in the day, actually. What got me with Black Widow was when George Perez did a series for Marvel Fanfare. That was pretty good. So I'm a huge Black Widow fan, even long before there was ever a
Natasha.
Well, no, it was Natasha, but before there was a Scarlett Johansson playing Natasha, before there was a MCU, I was a Black Widow fan. I even got some stuff in all boxed away now because it's all at the either at the in storage or at the house in storage is the trade paperbacks and stuff like that I got, and the old school Marvel graphic novels when they were magazine size. I have a few of those with old Tasha in it. And oh yeah, by the way, look at that cover. J. Scott Campbell cover. That's right. Get the J. Scott Campbell Black Widow cover. Oh man, what was I going to say? I just totally lost my train of thought. That sucks. All right.
If you lost your train of thought, then I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, Brandon, what you want to talk about?
You hear about them new DC games?
Oh, holy crap. Justice League versus, or Suicide Squad versus Justice League?
Kills the Justice League.
Kills the Justice League.
Just flat out like, yeah, they're going to kill the Justice League.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Sure, it's evil Superman again, but, I trust Rocksteady. A lot of people gave Arkham Knight crap, but I loved Arkham Knight. It was way more stable than Origins was.
I thought Origins was the one everybody hated, and people liked Arkham Knight.
People when it comes to Arkham Knight, people didn't like the Batmobile. They joked and call it the Tankmobile because there was a lot of focus on the Batmobile in that game. I do agree, a little too much, but it's still a really good game. I think it's a stronger experience than Batman Arkham Origins. Origins pissed me off when I first played it.
Yeah.
It was buggy. It was a lot of stuff that was perfectly fine in City was completely removed or debuffed or whatever, and I hated it. It's things like moves having certain invincibility frames were completely removed. So they still have the enemies where you have to do a certain move to do damage to them. This move originally had certain frames where you could counter immediately from it.
Mm-hmm.
Those frames are gone in Origins, but the enemies that still require that move to do damage to them still exist. Mm-hmm. So that move suddenly becomes a lot more riskier to perform, and not in like a fun, challenging way, more in like a why can't I do this anymore kind of way.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm pumped about this whole new Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League?
Mm-hmm.
Samoa Joe is the voice of King Shark.
Why is it with really good people becoming King Shark?
I don't know, because you're going to get...
you got Ron Funches King Shark,
oh
and then
my
you have
God.
Samoa Joe King Shark.
You got, I'm trying to remember who's King Shark in the new one, the new Suicide Squad. He's a comedian, I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
But honestly, I feel like, Warner Brothers, I can't remember the name of the studio that made Origins, but they're working on Gotham Knights. And one thing I will say is that someone had listed off like a list of features for the game, and one of the funniest things in the world to me was Batman is Dead being listed as a feature. Like,
Batman is dead. Huh?
I don't think it's in the Arkhamverse. Suicide Squad is in the Arkhamverse, as confirmed by Rocksteady themselves. They're like, yeah, it's in the Arkhamverse. Yeah, you're gonna kill the Justice League, and it ain't no. We ain't gonna pull any punches.
All right.
But yeah, Gotham Knights. I'm kind of iffy because I'm not really a fan of like damage numbers games. It's what kept me from getting into Borderlands. I really hope the game's not really focused on it. But otherwise, playable Babs, playable Todd.
Yeah.
Like, co-op. It's hitting a lot of stuff that like I am a sucker for, and it's a Batman game.
Steve Agee is King Shark, and it looks like he's doing the mocap on it too.
Cool.
I'm not gonna lie. This, everybody's gonna die, but
In the gun.
on the gun version, Margot Robbie
is returning as
Harley Quinn. The only people who are returning are Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn, Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag.
I like her. She just needed to be given better material to work with than the Suicide Squad guy gave her to work with. I really hope Gunn gives her some stuff to work with.
Oh, man. Jai Courtney is Captain Boomerang, and Viola Davis is Amanda Walker. Waller. I know what I wanted to say. It did not come out. But look at this. He's going to be great in this movie. Idris Elba. It's going to be Bloodsport.
Heck yeah.
That's right. Idris Elba. He can make about anything better. But there we go. Right there. John Cena is Peacemaker. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a movie in any of the trailers yet. I mean, they keep saying John Cena is Peacemaker, and they keep showing Peacemaker, and it's like, okay, I get it. He's not there. But there's John Cena joke for those who are unaware. You can't see him.
I really hope Peacemaker... I hope Gunn doubles down on Peacemaker, because Peacemaker is hilarious. He's like, I'm a pacifist. I bring peace.
He's like, I bring peace through violence.
But I'm a pacifist. The hero bold enough to say that he's a pacifist while he shoots you in the face and you die.
Like it says in the commercial, he goes, I'm a douchey Captain America. Okay, they started production. Here we're gonna go from Suicide Squad to Falcon and the Winter Soldier's back in production again.
Alright.
But it doesn't look like we're gonna get it till 2021 now.
Alright.
But
safety is a priority.
You know what? I forgot. Kurt Russell's son Wyatt Russell is going to be John Walker, U.S. agent. Well, he's going to be Captain America, and then he's going to be U.S. agent.
Wyatt Russell.
Why? I was like, and then, but go if you don't know who Wyatt Russell is, you can watch him on the
you just said he was, Kurt
he's Kurt Russell's son, but he's also a badass in the movie, freaking Overlord, which is an Abrams verse, Nazi weird
Nazi zombie fighting.
No, they're not zombies. They're still alive. They're just they're can't
Nazi
die.
monsters.
They're Nazi monsters. Yeah, they're just
Nazi liches.
They're kind of like Reanimator.
Oh.
Yeah, just shit they find.
Like Deadites kind of too?
No, not Deadites like in Reanimator. They have to get shot with the drug, and then they're not dead, and it can't hurt. It's really, 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 really hard to kill them. But yeah, go watch Overlord. I think it's on like every streaming channel ever right now. I know it's on Hulu. I think it's on Netflix. It's a great movie, but Wyatt Russell is in that as the kind of badass silent type. Mm-hmm. He's not the main guy in the movie. Don't get me wrong. That guy's great. Whatever. But yeah, go find Overlord.
You hear about the Robert Pattinson Batman news?
Yeah, because they had
Pattinson got the COVID.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to talk about this. Fucking, he killed it in Tenet. Robert Pattinson is great in Tenet, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want him as a James Bond now.
As like a Bond kind of agent dude?
Yeah. I mean, I don't care if you make him James Bond, the next James Bond.
Nah, that should be Idris Elba. We need a black Bond. We need that Bond to be Idris Elba.
I would love Idris Elba as James Bond, but you know what? I'd almost rather him be his own guy.
That would be cool.
I could just make him another 00.
Yeah.
Make him like 008 or 009, some shit like that, and just have him with Daniel Craig. I think it'd be badass because then he can be his own man. He doesn't necessarily have to be James Bond, but he can be a 00 agent. Yeah, he can be a badass.
Make like a spin-off series.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Give Idris Elba He doesn't. You know what? I'm not gonna say he wouldn't be a great James Bond. He would be a great James Bond, but I'm gonna say this: he'd be a badass British secret agent that doesn't have to be James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
So take that for what you want.
But honestly, I was really looking forward to Robert Pattinson as Batman. Because honestly,
I didn't know how I was gonna take it, and then I saw that trailer, and I'm like, holy shit!
he looks like a perfect like Bruce Wayne.
Well,
like he's got that like Bruce Wayne's a sad boy.
yeah,
Bruce Wayne is depressed.
He's
Just
even
perpetually.
You know, he plays when they share that trailer. I don't know if anybody's seen that trailer. Go find it on YouTube. Whatever. Watch the Batman trailer. Shit, when they're like, they show all these clips. They show it, and then at the end of the thing, it shows him going up what looks like a Joker gang. He's like, "Who are you?" And he just starts beating the shit. He goes, "I am vengeance!" Pop, 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 and like just punches the guy like 30 times in the face. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right."
I like the fact that he's got the guns as his Batman symbol.
Yeah, he's got the.
That's like peak Batman.
Oh yeah,
Peak Batman.
I did not know how. Like I said, I did not know how I was gonna like him because he came off of, you know, everybody's like, "Oh, that's the guy from Twilight." And I'm like,
that was like years ago.
Yeah, but you know the worst part about it is that
he hates Twilight.
Oh yeah, he hates it. Well, when they said that they were looking for him to be Batman and her, Kristen Stewart, to be Catwoman, I was like, oh no. Even though Kristen Stewart did one of my favorite movies recently, Underwater. Mm-hmm. Even though I could say recently, how that movie was old when it finally came out. I think it was like 2 years old when it finally came out last year. I think it was done in 2017 and didn't come out until 2019. But she's good in that. I mean,
that kind of, it's just really hard for me to believe her as Catwoman.
Oh yeah, no, but we got Zoe Kravitz is going to play Catwoman. But no, I'm cool. You know, I did not know because they were trying to push like recasting people from Twilight in this. I was like, no. But then you go back and you watch his
stuff that's not Twilight.
Oh yeah. I haven't watched the Lighthouse yet, and I need to. I really need to. But I'm okay. I know this is gonna be sacrilege. But I really didn't get into The Witch. I kind of got where it was going, but it was one of them ones that...
he was in that?
No. That's the guy... the guy who directed The Lighthouse directed The Witch.
Oh, okay.
And...
people really liked The Lighthouse.
People love The Lighthouse.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it yet. It totally looks like something in my wheelhouse. Because I am totally a Lovecraftian guy. I love my Lovecraft stuff. Wow, that's totally the wrong Robert Pattinson.
How many of them are there? Did they clone him?
That's what's funny when you look up somebody on and they're like, "Oh no, did you want this one?" No, I did not want that one. No, it's you look it all up and it's like, "Hey, did you mean this?" No, I did not mean this guy. I meant this guy. It's depressing. I keep looking at all these movies that were supposed to come out this year, and you're just like, yay. I never thought I needed Paul
Why
Dano.
does this guy in Richie Rich have blackface?
I have no idea. We got watching an old episode of Richie Rich in the background here.
It's not like, the offensive blackface. It was more of
like
an auditory joke. He is literally just solid silhouette face.
Yeah, he is like shadow faced. Alright. Robert Pattinson, what was the movie that he did? I'm trying to remember. Cosmopolis. Cronenberg movie that he did, where he drives around in the limo, and it's like in the world's falling apart, and you're just like, wow, that's not too different than what's actually going on right now. But holy crap, he's done some really good movies, and
Everyone just
everybody remembers him from Twilight. You know what? I think he's Cedric Diggory from the Harry Potter movies. He was from the Goblet of Fire. He is Cedric Diggory.
He's the one who died, right?
Yeah, he's the guy who gets killed.
Remember when that was a big deal?
Oh my
I'm
God.
pretty sure J.K. Rowling wrote a story where the characters go back in time and undo that, which is bull. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid. J.K. Rowling is tearing apart.
J.K. Rowling is just digging a grave.
She's like revealing herself to be a horrible person. Just continuously, she's way beyond digging a 6 feet. She's planning to dig to China.
She needs to stop. Just stop.
You know what? Stephanie Meyer wrote Twilight and then disappeared. She's gone.
No,
she's poofed.
She did the host.
She also did the host, but she's not like going on these weird.
I'm gonna go
tirades.
I'm gonna go on the fact that Stephanie Meyer is a.
She's like.
No,
she's gone.
She's she made all of her money and disappeared. Although she's probably like not a real person. Stephanie Myers is I'm gonna make up this rumor now. Stephanie Myers is just a group of authors that write books and then just use the pen, and then they have an actress to portray the character of Stephanie Myers.
I was gonna say Stephanie Meyer, not Stephanie Myers.
What did I say? Myers? Oh my bad. Stephanie Meyer.
She's not related to that supermarket chain.
She's gonna Michael Meyer. She's more Michael Meyer than Meyer's grocery chain.
Yeah,
that's one thing that's disappointing about this year.
It's Michael Myers.
Michael Meyer. No, Vince.
Vince calls him Michael Meyer.
Michael Meyer. Michael Meyer. He's spooky and scary. Yeah,
Vince also likes Jason. As well.
He loves Jason now.
To be honest, I also love Jason. Jason's a big funny goofball in a hockey mask going around killing teenagers.
I said I made a mistake if I let Vince watch Friday the 13th Part 6 with me a while back, and I thought he wasn't going to watch it. And then he sits there and watches it from beginning to end, and I'm like, oh, so that just totally backfired on me there, didn't it?
It's like, hey, he's not going to pay attention to it. He pays attention to it.
Oh, yeah. And then we watched 5. No, we watched 4. We went back and watched 4.
Which was 4 was the one he originally was meant to die in. And then 5 was the one with the fake Jason.
And in 6, they resurrect him, and then he's actually undead.
Then he's Zombie Man Jason. I love Zombie Man Jason. He's fun.
I remember taking you guys, and when you were little kids, and I took you and Joe, and you met Kane Hodder.
That was cool.
You were like, I was like, hey, you know where Jason? Yeah. You got all like, both you and Joe were like, whoa. And I was like, this is him. And he's like, hi. And he like waved at you guys, and like, you were like, you're not scary. He's like, nope, not scary at all.
Kane did the mocap for Jason in the Friday the 13th game, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of the, like he helped for like the mocap with a lot of the physical kills that you can do in that game as Jason. He was like a dummy to like in place of a person.
Oh yeah. Okay. I pulled up Robert Pattinson here. Yeah, he could totally be a James Bond dude.
Yeah, he could
be the younger James Bond. Then he could look
Bond prequel.
No, because he's born in '86, so he's what 34. That gives him a good long run as Bond.
I don't know. He kind of looks perpetually like 20 and depressed.
Yeah, but you could have him as the depressed James Bond. I mean, you could have him as the James Bond who's like I said, early in his career.
The prequel.
The prequel. Yeah, I don't know if you need a prequel, but
or Bond between Daniel Craig Bond and Brosnan Bond. sort of that in between, where like how he become angry shooty Bond.
Yep. I'll tell you what's bad is sitting back and watching the James Bond movies, and then listening to the whole thing that James Bond is not a person; he's a designation.
He's a code name.
His code name is James Bond. I was like, oh, and then they got rid of that. And they're like, oh, never mind. That would have been cool that James Bond was not a person; it was a designation. It was a
code name that many agents have wielded over the years.
Yes, because then you could just have all of them being canon.
Yeah.
Just
rather than rebooting or
every James Bond has been in canon. There have been many James Bonds. Oh, it's the Happy Days cartoon going on in the background. Holy crap. But I'm sitting here and I've been watching way too much freaking cartoons lately.
Dad, you always watch cartoons. There's no such thing as way too much.
Oh man, dude. There for a while I was watching cartoons constantly.
Joe, you should join us. Talked about brought up that one movie that ripped off the anime. I bet you'd have a lot to say about that.
Oh my god. You know what's bad is I love live action versions of anime.
We've talked about this before.
I know, but man, I just
give all our viewers deja vu.
I just rewatched Blade of the Immortal again the other day. And damn, I love that movie. But I mean, it's got Takashi Miyake as the director.
I can't leave without my buddy Superfly.
But oh my god, I just rewatched that. That still holds up. I just turned people.
Daikatana reference for all you youngins.
Daikatana. Oh man.
John Romero's about to make you his bitch. Suck it. Fun fact: John Romero did not actually come up with that. He did not want that ad to happen, but a marketing dude was like, "Come on, John, don't be a pussy." And I'm quoting. And one of the most infamous ad campaigns of all time was created.
That's funny.
John Romero seems like a nice guy. I follow him on Twitter.
Yeah,
he seems nice. I think you'd like John Romero. He's very, very into the same things you were into. You know, the metal, demons.
Metal and demons. Totally things I'm into. Metal and demons. That's all I'm into. Metal and demons.
Metal and demons.
Not metal demons, just metal and demons. Big fan of like high carbon steels and some tungsten and no.
That's what a lot of people think you are.
Oh my god. A lot of people do think I'm the devil worshiper.
Going back to the Satanic Panic.
Satanic Panic episode is I want to make it sure that I am not a devil worshiper. Do not believe in the devil. Do not believe that demons are real.
Were you like movies with demons?
Oh, dude, I love me some demons. Literally,
watch Demons.
One of my favorite horror movie franchises, I say that with air quotes, is Demons. Because you have Demons. You have Demons 2. You have Demons 3, the Ogre. You have Demons 3, the Church. You have Demons 3, the Sect. See, in overseas, they just go, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and make this movie.
Let's make our own Demons 3.
And we'll take these movies that have similar ideas or movies that have even like the same producers and stuff like that and redo it. That's like over in, was it Italy? Evil Dead came out and in... it was a hit over there, so they wanted more. And over in Europe, it was La Casa. Then
they just made their own unofficial Evil Dead sequel?
No, they just started making new movies.
Using the La Casa name?
Yeah. So there was literally like like Evil Dead 2 was La Casa. The movie House was La Casa 3. House 2. It's really complicated when you start finding it. America wasn't as bad on that, but they did it with the movies, the House movies, because it goes House in America is House 1, 2, and 4. We don't have a 3 in the United States. And, we have the movie The Horror Show, which in every other market it's House 3. But we did not get it, and
that's great.
oh yeah, it's fun. There we go. But yeah, they did that. But no, like La Casa. Here we go. Yeah, because they do.
Viewers at home know that I'm very tired right now.
Yeah, big long day for those people who don't know. Like I said, we are moving, and so like all I do is get up in the morning, load up the van, take the van, drop either take the van, drop it all off at the new house, or I go to work, then come home, then go drop everything off the van, then come back to the house, then go get more stuff. Then I go and I empty out what I got, dump off everything there, and then start all over again the next day. Hopefully I'll get
the pain of moving.
Oh God, I do. I just don't want to. I joke around, but I'm not really joking around. I kind of hope that if this happens again, I just die. 'Cause I don't want to move again. I'm perfectly fine with. Okay, here we go. Here is the Demons movie. You have Demons in Demons 2. Those are the only ones that are in actual
Demons lore.
Then you come down to Demons 3, The Church. Then you get Demons 3, The Ogre. Then you get Demons 3, Black Demons. Because for those, it's almost kind of racist on that one. Then you have Demons 4. I was wrong on this one. It's not Demons 4, The Sect. And then you have Demons 5, The Devil's Veil, or The Mask of the Demon. And then you have Demons 6, De Profundis, or From the Deep, or The Black Cat. Then you have Demons 95, which is actually Cemetery Man. So, yeah. This is the complicated universe that is Demons. And the only ones I own are... I
know for a fact you own Demons.
I own Demons 1 and 2. I own The Ogre. I own Black... No, I don't own Black Demons. I own The Sect and The Church. I don't have Devil's Veil or Mask of the Demon.
If you want to send that.
Yeah, if you guys have these and you would love to send them to us, I would love to watch these and review some of these, because I don't think I've ever watched the number 6, The Black Cat, which is funny because that came out in 89. But Mask of the Demons... Yes, these are all out of order too. Once you get past, that's fun.
Yeah,
fun stuff. Overly complicated stuff that they just.
It's like we want to make more movie, but we just take a movie and name it.
We'll just rename the movie, and
call it that.
Yeah.
All they do is just rename the movie and attach it to a property.
Oh yeah, seriously. Yeah, I'm gonna do an entire episode just on the.
We need to make an episode of entirely different. Like we need to just get entirely different people, and just like have them do an episode. It's just like not acknowledge that it was a different.
Okay.
Don't even acknowledge anything they talked about in that episode.
We're gonna start having an episode where we're just gonna start doing it. So every episode with you, even if you can't be here that day, we're gonna have somebody else be portraying the part of Brandon. Okay. Here we go. La Casa film series. La Casa 1 is Evil Dead. La Casa 2 is Evil Dead 2. This is where I screwed up though. La Casa 3 is Ghost House. La Casa 4 is The Witchery. La Casa 5 is Beyond Darkness. La Casa 6 is House 2, The Second Story. La Casa 7 is The Horror Show, or in America, House 3. House 3 is there's 7 movies in this series and only 2 of them have anything to do with each other. Actually,
not even Army of Darkness got to be La Casa.
No. It doesn't take place in a haunted house. Basically, they just needed haunted house movies, and they just sort of went with that. Oh yeah. But House 4 was released as House 4 rather than La Casa 4. So yeah, that's why it's super complicated. And
then there's
although I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much like all these movies. Ghost House, Witchery, and Beyond Darkness are ones people may not have heard of, but they're
Evil
good.
Dead 1 and 2 are great. I love 2 the most. Evil Dead 2 is like one of the greatest movies ever made. Period.
Oh yeah,
Army of Darkness is also really good. Some of the best effects. I love Bruce Campbell's stretchy face.
I remember getting to go see an advanced screening of Evil Dead or Army of Darkness.
Nice.
Yeah, when it still had the original ending, it was weird because we were one of the people that they asked us questions when we left, but it was literally during a blizzard. So it was supposed to be a sold out, jam packed full of people, and like 6 people got there. I'm not even joking. There was only a handful of us that went and was able to get there.
So you got to see the original ending where I'm
He
gonna
oversleep.
spoil it for you.
Yeah, spoiler alert on a movie that's closing in on 30 years old.
And also for an ending that did not make it into the theatrical cut.
Yeah, but it's on the Blu-ray and it's on the DVD, and it was in the special edition VHS. The one where he oversleeps.
Yeah, he it's done entirely through like a weird kind of montage thing in the final cut of the movie where the wizard is, take this potion and you will sleep, and it cuts to modern day. But in the original cut of the movie, Ash, we see him drink the potion. He takes 1 drop too many after he gets distracted by something.
Yeah, some shit.
And
falling.
he wakes up and the world is ended. It's like ruins, and the movie ends. Rolls to credits on his insane laughter.
Yep. Oh, by the way, one of the reasons that La Casa 4 or sorry, La Casa 4 or Witchery is it has the greatest actor of any generation is the main actor. That's right, Sir David Hasselhoff.
Nick Fury Hasselhoff.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know he was Nick Fury, and actually, that is not a bad freaking.
He looks like comic, like
he
white
looks
Nick
like
Fury.
he looks like comic book Nick Fury.
He looks like white Nick Fury.
And it's funny because that was supposed to be the pilot for a TV series. Yeah,
that never took off.
Yep.
You know what I found out was a show that I had no idea even remotely existed? Baywatch Nights.
Yeah, that's horrible. The first season, it's all like he's a private detective at night because he works all day, and then suddenly in second season, it's the X-Files. It's
like X-Files but worse.
What? Oh man!
Baywatch Nights becomes like a weird like Monster of the Week show.
Oh, it does. It's crazy. It's such a drastic swing. You almost get whiplash going from season 1 to season 2.
If you want a show that's like the X-Files but isn't the X-Files, don't watch Baywatch Nights. Watch Kolchak, the Night Stalker.
No. If you want to watch a show that was X-Files before X-Files was X-Files, you watch Kolchak, the Night Stalker. Probably one of
the
my...
Night Stalker.
Literally, Kolchak, the Night Stalker. There's a handful of TV shows that I can always watch. 1 is MASH. 2 is House. 3 is Kolchak, the Night Stalker. There's only like 25 episodes.
You can't just call it Kolchak. You gotta call it Kolchak,
the Night Stalker. There's 20-some episodes, and there's 2 made-for-TV movies. There's The Night Stalker and The Night Strangler.
And then there was a comic book, too.
Yeah, there's comic books, and there was there's books, and then there was the reboot series they had, which it wasn't bad. It just didn't have the same charm that the original had.
Oomph.
Yeah, there was... The fact is that you had Darren McGavin as Kolchak.
The Night Stalker.
The Night Stalker. Yeah, there we go. In 72, you had the Night Stalker movie. 73, you had the Night Strangler movie, and then it became a
TV series.
A TV series in 74. And that was funny because I didn't get into it right away. It was one of the ones where I was literally like born, and then it was 20 episodes. So there's 22 episodes altogether, but only 20 of them appear on the box set, and then you have to find the other.
You have to find the movies.
Luckily they're 2 on 1 DVD or Blu-ray. I don't even know if it's out on Blu-ray yet.
We need to get it on Blu-ray. If anybody has the rights, get it on Blu-ray.
I got the, but literally. It's such a great show. Kolchak is fucking awesome. And no, Mark got me back watching it because I'd watched it here and there when I was younger on like late night television.
Kolchak is a total underdog. He's just a reporter.
I want him to bring back. I have written.
He takes on all this. Stuff.
I have written up a treatment to bring back Kolchak in some way, shape, or form. That's not like. And it's a direct sequel to the original Kolchak.
Like, didn't we all had a great big family-sized brainstorm talking about it?
Yeah. I've jotted some of them notes down. I have them floating around here somewhere. But yeah, I got a whole backstory. Mark even helped chime in on some of it because Mark's a Kolchak fan. So I can always watch Kolchak.
Kolchak, the Night Stalker.
I probably sit down and watch all 20 episodes about once a year.
I need to go through and rewatch some Kolchak.
And then the movies, I just got the DV relatively recently for those, so I probably watch them
not as often
once a year. But
the show
super good.
Kolchak, the Night Stalker.
Hey Joe, Kolchak, the Night Stalker, great television show.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's out of here.
He's like Bigfoot. He's only in the background for like a second just to go by. He's all blurry and shit. It's not because he's all blurry. It's because he's only half awake and he's like, but no, that's another thing. If you have not watched Kolchak the Night Stalker, you need to watch Kolchak the Night Stalker because that is like the best monster of the week television show. That's supernatural-esque. That would be
predates X-Files.
Yeah, it's if we didn't have Kolchak, we would have none of this. We would have no X-Files, no.
Like I said, one of the things I like about Kolchak is that he's a total underdog.
Oh yeah, we definitely would have no like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, no X-Files, no Supernatural.
But I keep saying, he's an underdog. He's just a reporter.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
He's not a guy
he's not a monster hunter.
He's literally the guy who ends up at the wrong place at the wrong time, over and over and over again.
He narrates this.
Yeah.
He's always trying to get people to believe him, but they don't.
It's so fun. He gets shitty pictures. He's literally using like one of them old school like little look like spy camera and little shitty cameras. But no, Kolchak the Night Stalker. If you've not seen that, you need to check that shit out. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm making no money off of this. I will probably never make money off of but I will tell people you need to go watch some Kolchak the Night Stalker.
The rights holders are not paying
Yeah,
us.
nobody's paying me. I'm not doing this because anybody gives me any money. That's hey, I'll praise stuff that I love. I don't care. You can send me stuff and go, hey, review this for me. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I don't care. I'm not gonna be like, just because you gave me something for free, I'm not gonna say I like it. Although, Mick, I do love my copies of The Keep and Blue Thunder on Laserdisc.
Nice.
On Laserdisc. But oh my god. No, I'm sitting there going back and rewatching old television shows. I just burnt through Battlestar Galactica again, and I forget how good that show is for the time. I mean, literally, it's so they can make money off of Star Wars. Supposedly, it was being worked on at the exact same time. I don't really believe it, but it works. I love that. I've been sitting there watching the old Buck Rogers, old Battlestar Galactica.
I can't think of Buck Rogers. I only think of Duck Dodgers.
Duck Dodgers.
That mid-2000s Duck Dodgers show on Cartoon Network was awesome.
Hey, the Green Lantern Corps showed up, so hell yeah.
Yeah.
Green Lantern, probably my second favorite.
They one of my
top 5 DC characters that I love.
You always give Superman shit, but you love the really good Superman stories.
Yeah, but Superman is I've never been a big Superman fan, but I do like stories. Same with Batman. I've never been a big Batman fan, but there are Batman stories that I absolutely love. But my favorite DC characters are the
Booster Gold.
I
love Booster Gold. Unironically.
Firestorm, Green Lantern, Swamp Thing, and I guess, I mean, I like Lucifer, but he's not mainstream.
Yeah. Constantine.
Constantine, yes. But, you know, those are my favorite DC characters. And literally up until recently, my favorite Marvel characters outside of the mainstream one, like Wolverine, because I grew
Everyone loves Wolverine.
Everybody
loves the short Canadian man with the knife hands.
The funny part about it is I liked Wolverine when no one knew who the fuck X-Men were. And
you like the funny Canadian guy.
Yeah. And then when my favorite Marvel comics at that time were X-Men, Rom the Space Knight.
Speaking of Rom,
it's Rom's birthday.
For until 20 minutes.
Yeah, this
will air.
This will air the day after Rom's birthday. So happy birthday to Rom the Space Knight for your great run in Marvel.
September 4th on 79.
Yeah.
Rom dropped.
You know who did the cover for Rom #1?
I have no idea.
Frank Miller.
Nice.
Yes, doesn't even look anything like his artwork, which is insane.
Frank Miller went nuts.
Frank Miller lost his shit. But I'll say it. Frank Miller lost his shit.
My man's went from criticizing Reagan, like Dark Knight Returns, like he hates Reagan. He hates Reagan. He takes every moment of that comic to spit in Reagan's face.
Yep,
but some of his later stuff, he's gone insane. He's nuts.
I get that comic books have always been political. I always get the fact. You see, it's funny because people are like,
"I like comics, politics out of comics." Have you ever read a comic book?
Have you ever read an issue of X-Men since ever?
Have you ever read Captain America, made by one of the
biggest all-American badasses ever? That's one Jack Kirby.
Jack punching Nazi Kirby.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'd punch a Nazi in the face, but I'll punch a Nazi in the face. But
Well, there's a quote of him saying, I remember when politics was simple. If a guy liked Hitler, I
punched him in the face. Jack Kirby. He just had his birthday the other day. We've been 103 if he'd still been around. Although, I could totally seen him being that old. I mean, the worst part about it is I never thought Kirby as being young.
He was just always old.
Yeah, he was an old. Well, you figure, he died in 94, and he'd been 103 now. 40. So he was never young in my lifetime.
You've always thought of him as the
literally, even if you went back to when I was born, all the way back then, he'd be in his 50s. He was never young in my lifetime. But hey, he was a badass, legit.
Mm-hmm.
And he was.
He would have. We've told the story of the 3 Nazis who wandered into Marvel offices, and he was gonna fist fight them all, but they ran like cowards.
Oh my god. Jack Kirby was I've said this before and I'll say this again. I didn't appreciate his artwork when I was a kid because all the flashy artists had come out by the time I was older. Kirby had kind of gone along the wayside when I was starting.
Kirby
really
was ahead of his freaking.
He was
time.
way ahead of his time, and if there wouldn't have been no Jack Kirby, there would have never been a John Byrne. There would have never been a Neil Adams. There never would have been,
Everybody, remembers, his heroes, but a lot of people like to overlook his weird, surreal, and incredible artworort. And handling.
Well, there would have never been an Alex Ross.
Yeah, I love his ridiculous colors. That's why people like the Guardians movies, because they're so
Oh man,
Guardians movies do a really good job of capturing.
Okay, you know what really caught the Kirby-esque universe? And here's my one per episode: Scooby-Doo meets Kiss. Of all things, if you have not seen this, it's by far not even close to one of the best Scooby-Doo movies. That is, what's the best Scooby-Doo movie of all time?
Zombie Island.
That's right, Zombie Island, followed by Witch's Ghost.
Summer Chase isn't as strong, but it's still really good.
Yeah, but the top 2 are Zombie Island and Witch's Ghost. Scooby-Doo meets Kiss. Literally, I have not figured out why the Kirby estate did not sue them for that. Because literally, they have a giant head, Galactus-like head, as the main villain. There's the Kirby Crackle. They're traveling through space. It looks like literally at the end of the movie, it looks like Jack Kirby drew the end of the movie. It's insane. I keep telling people this. I'm like, it's literally Jack Kirby
without
tribute.
Kirby.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, freaking Gene Simmons of all people has admitted that there wouldn't be a Kiss without Jack Kirby, which is hilarious because his costume, the wings and stuff, was because he was a big Black Bolt fan. Like Black Bolt, so he put the wings in there like Black Bolt had, and yeah, it was Kirby. Kirby created Black Bolt. That's how we got that. Oh man, I'm just you cannot. Literally, I don't think comic books would exist today
without the almighty power
without Jack Kirby. Well, there wouldn't be no Fantastic Four. There'd be no X-Men. There'd be no freaking Iron Man. There would be no
Captain America.
There definitely wouldn't have been a Captain America because he created Captain America with and people give.
He was like, I want to punch Nazis. I'm going to write this guy who punches Nazis every day.
Well, okay, and people give shit, and everybody's like, oh, Stan Lee created the Marvel. Stan Lee helped create the Marvel Universe.
If Stan Lee's the father, then Jack Kirby is also the father. Like Marvel is like a weird Well, no, here it is. Marvel is a kid that was raised up by 10 dads.
No. If Marvel Comics, if Stan Lee is the father of Marvel Comics, then Jack Kirby is the grandfather
Yeah.
So there would be no Stan Lee if there was never Jack Kirby. There's also wouldn't be a Stan Lee without Steve Ditko, because Steve Ditko helped create Spider-Man and
he did
and Doctor Strange and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff that wouldn't exist if it wasn't for. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a handful of guys that basically made the universe the way it is.
I love finding out that Jonah Jameson was based off of like young Stan Lee, who was like significantly more aggressive. Like,
I think it's
Jameson always going on about how he needed pictures of Spider-Man was based off of Stan Lee demanding pictures of Spider-Man to the offices.
I think
look at old pictures of Stan Lee and compare it to how they drew Jameson.
Oh yeah,
the resemblance is uncanny.
Oh, by the way, before I need to put this out here, Mark Maron needs to play Stan Lee. Go watch Glow. Go watch Mark Maron in Glow, and then tell me that he is not Stan Lee in the 70s and 80s. That is
like a mockumentary about Marvel in the 70s and 80s.
People want Bryan Cranston. I want Mark Maron. I think Mark Maron totally. I've been saying that for years now. And I completely lost my train of thought again. Okay.
We're going on over an hour.
No.
Our trick has prevented technical difficulties.
Yes, we were done with technical difficulties for tonight.
We are preventing our phone from dimming by tapping it occasionally. You might hear it. I don't know if you're able to hear it.
We keep this going because I totally got half my stuff moved to the new house and some of it here at the old house. These guys are, like I said, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Joe Sinnott, who recently passed away, unfortunately, is the reason. In Steve Ditko, we wouldn't have what we have. We have so many people who are like, oh, these guys created. No.
It was a group effort.
It was definitely a group effort. We would not have what we had if it wasn't for these guys. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Jack Kirby is literally the Thing. He's the kind of Dum Dugan. He's the Terrible Turpin in DC. It's crazy. They make Jack Kirby everywhere. Was it Glorious Godfrey is Stan Lee, but go read the book Destroyer Duck. Go find that. That is wow. That just destroys. As Steve Gruber just destroying Marvel Comics at the time. It's very anti-Marvel. Even though I'm not anti-Marvel, I like Marvel. Marvel's my number one book. I
don't like Disney the company though.
I am a Marvel
I like what they're putting out,
freaking zombie from back in the day. Always have been, I think. I hate to say this. It's one of the things is that I've been always more partial to the cosmic the Marvel cosmic stuff than the DC stuff, but it is what it is. All right. So we have rattled on way too long. So we're going to go ahead and I think we're going to cut this episode. Hey, remember, like us on Facebook, like Twitter, like us on Tumblr now. I got us on Tumblr now.
Watch out, Dad. Say fuck too much. They'll ban you.
Yeah.
It's like they banned all the nudity.
Okay, we're on Tumblr. We're on YouTube. Like, subscribe. Hit the bell on YouTube. We're on Apple Podcast. We're on Google Podcast. We're on fucking Podbean. We got Patreon. If you want to support us, that would be freaking awesome to help us out. We'll give a shout out to you on here. Also, if we start getting some Patreons, we'll start doing special things for the Patreons. eventually. Maybe next week, I think we might do this with a video. So we'll run the video with the thing. So this might be the last of the digital or the maybe. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna quote 100%. This could go wrong, and we may not have it this way. But we hope to within the next couple weeks that we'll have a video to go along with the audio.
A video cast.
A video cast. You can see our ugly faces.
Real hideous mugs.
Yeah, especially at night. Man, I'm gonna have to like go get, because we record these at like from 11 o'clock till almost midnight. So.
Well, tonight we started around 10.
Yeah, we started early. We started about 10:30. So.
No, it was 10:50.
Yeah, it had to be about 10:45. Yeah, as we keep going on and on, but. We're going to cut it off tonight. So this is Paul.
This is Brand.
And remember, find us on the internet. Like us. Follow us. All that bullshit. And you all have a good night. Good day. Good morrow.
Whenever you listen to this.
Yeah, whenever you listen to this, have a good time. And remember, Mick told me one of his favorite quotes from me was, how hard is it not to be a piece of shit? Not hard. It's not hard at all not to be a piece of shit. I am not being a piece of shit right now.
If you put your carts in the cart corral.
Yeah, oh my God. If you, yeah.
Just leave them.
Okay,
like
okay.
An animal.
3 things before we go. 1, put your cart in the cart corral. 2, don't leave your masks and throw them on the ground like you're freaking. And 3, if you're driving and you flick a cigarette butt out your window and it bounces off the hood of my car, you're an asshole. All right?
And you are legally allowed to kill them.
Yeah, man.
Legally allowed to break both of their kneecaps.
Oh, man, that pissed me off. But, all right, on that note, we're out of here. Y'all have a good night and see ya.